What if I told you the #1 cause of choking deaths in children isn't a small toy, but a food you've probably served at a birthday party? It's hot dogs. They cause more choking deaths in young children than any other food. The reason is terrifyingly simple. Your child's airway, their trachea, is only about the size of a drinking straw. Anything that can perfectly plug that tiny opening becomes a lethal threat. My name is Sarah. I'm not a doctor. I'm a mom on a mission to read all the studies and safety reports so you don't have to. And hot dogs are just the beginning. In this video, we're going to uncover the 7 most dangerous choking hazards hiding in your kitchen, and more importantly, the simple, evidence-based ways to make them 100% safe. But before we get to that list, we have to understand a crucial and frankly kind of cruel trick that nature plays on our toddlers. You're probably thinking, wait, my child has teeth, shouldn't they be able to chew? And it's a perfectly logical question. But here's the developmental paradox most of us miss. Nature gives them their front teeth, the incisors, very early on. These are like little knives, perfect for biting off big, potentially airway-sized chunks of food. But the actual tools they need to grind that food down into a safe, swallowable paste, their molars, well, those are missing for a surprisingly long time. This critical mismatch creates a choking danger zone that most parents, myself included, simply don't know about. It's a setup for failure we need to understand before we can protect them from it. So let's break down that setup for failure piece by piece. There are 3 fundamental biological reasons why this danger zone exists, and honestly, they build on each other to create a perfect storm right inside our toddlers' mouths. First, there's the airway itself. We've used the drinking straw analogy, but I want you to truly picture it for a moment. Your child's trachea, their windpipe, isn't just small, it's shockingly small. Imagine a regular drinking straw. That's it. It's narrow, it's soft, and it has almost no room for error. A single, perfectly sized piece of food doesn't just get stuck. It acts like a cork in a bottle, completely sealing off their air supply in an instant. There's no space for air to get around it. That's the first vulnerability. Second, and this is the core of that developmental paradox, is what I call the molar gap. Think about your own teeth. When you chew something tough like a steak or an almond, you instinctively move it to the back of your mouth. Why? Because that's where your molars are. Your molars are your grinders. They are the pestle to your jaw's mortar, crushing and pulverizing food into a safe, digestible paste. Now, think about your toddler. They get their front teeth, their incisors, far earlier. These are for biting. They're like little scissors, perfect for snipping off a dangerously large chunk of apple or carrot. But the molars, the essential grinding tools, they don't typically start to erupt until a child is around 1.5 years old. And even then, it takes time for them to become fully effective. A pediatric ER doctor I follow, let's call him Dr. A. Evans, calls this the 18-month danger window. It's that period where our children have just enough teeth to be dangerous, but not enough teeth to be safe. And that brings us to the third reason, the immature chew. Even after those first molars finally arrive, the job isn't done. For us adults, chewing is a sophisticated subconscious skill. We use a rotary motion, a circular, side-to-side grinding movement that pulverizes food. A toddler's chew is completely different. It's a simple up and down mashing motion. Let's put it all together. The pounding might break it up a bit, but it won't create a fine, safe powder. That's what your toddler is doing. They are mashing, not grinding. This mature, rotary chewing pattern can take years to fully develop, often not becoming truly proficient until age 4 or even later. So, let's put it all together. This is the perfect storm. 1. They use their brand new front teeth to bite off a piece of food that is too big and too firm. They have no molars, no mortar and pestle in the back to grind it down. 3. Their immature up and down chew just pushes that solid chunk around. And where is that perfectly sized, unchewed plug headed? Straight for an airway the size of a drinking straw. When I first pieced all of this together, I was honestly floored. It's not something they teach you in prenatal classes. Honestly, did you know this level of detail about your child's anatomy? Let me know in the comments if this was new information for you. It's a lot to take in, I know. And once you truly understand that perfect storm of their straw-sized airway and lack of molars, you can't unsee it. You start to see your own kitchen differently. Everything changes. So now that we have these new eyes, let's take a walk together. Let's mentally scan your counters, your fridge, your pantry. This isn't just scary science. It's about the lunch you're packing tomorrow morning. The real question is, which of the 7 most dangerous foods for children under 4 is sitting in your home right now? We're going to go through that entire list, and I promise to give you a simple, safe way to prepare almost all of them. But I have to be honest, many of these dangers are hiding in plain sight, often disguised as perfectly healthy snacks. For instance, think about your fruit bowl. That crisp, raw apple, it seems like the picture of health, doesn't it? But for a toddler, its firmness and the round chunks they can bite off make it a top choking hazard. We will cover exactly why and the simple switch that makes it completely safe a little later in our list. But first, we need to tackle the food that the American Academy of Pediatrics says you should avoid altogether. And that #1 offender, the food that the American Academy of Pediatrics says you should avoid altogether for kids under 4, is the hot dog. Yes, the classic kid-friendly food. It's devastating, I know, but here's why. A hot dog's cylindrical shape is the absolute perfect size and shape to completely plug that drinking straw-sized airway we talked about. The slippery skin makes it slide down before they even have a chance to try to chew it. It is, by design, a perfect plug. Think about a family barbecue. The most common way to serve a kid a hot dog is to slice it into little coins, right? Those coins are the most dangerous form. They are the perfect airway blockers. So if you absolutely must serve them, here is the only safe way. First, you peel off that slippery skin. Then you slice the hot dog lengthwise, and then lengthwise again, creating long, skinny, rectangular sticks. Only then do you chop those sticks into small, irregular, almost shredded pieces. Never, ever circles. My honest advice? I just follow the AAP's guidance and skip them entirely for now. Okay, #2, hard, slippery foods, specifically raw apples and raw carrots. We think of these as the pinnacle of healthy snacks. But remember that developmental paradox? Our toddlers have their front incisors to bite off a big, hard chunk, but they have no molars in the back to grind it down. So a piece of raw apple or carrot can just snap off and slide right back, getting lodged in their throat. For babies under 1, the solution is simple. Cook apples and carrots until they are fork tender, and you can either mash them or serve them in long, soft spears they can gum. For toddlers over 1 who you want to introduce raw textures to, get out your box grater. Shredded raw apple and shredded raw carrot are your best friends. They get the taste and the nutrients without the risk. #3, small, round foods. This is a big category. Think whole grapes, blueberries, and cherry tomatoes. These are, just like hot dogs, the perfect shape to cause a total airway blockage. And this is so important. Cutting a grape in half is not enough. A grape half can still be large enough to get stuck. I need you to remember this. You must cut them into quarters, lengthwise. So you cut it once, top to bottom, then again, top to bottom, creating 4 small, skinny pieces. It's the only way to destroy that dangerous, perfect plug shape. Yes, it takes an extra minute, but it is so worth it. #4 is hard and small items, specifically whole nuts and seeds. This goes right back to the molar problem. Without that grinding mortar and pestle action that molars provide, a toddler simply cannot break down a whole almond, peanut, or sunflower seed. They can't. They end up swallowing them whole, which is a major risk. This doesn't mean you avoid nuts. We'll talk about the allergy issue later, but you must avoid serving them whole. The safe way is to either use a smooth nut butter or to grind the nuts and seeds down into a fine powder that you can sprinkle into yogurt or oatmeal. Number 5, popcorn. This one surprises a lot of parents. The danger here isn't just the shape, it's the texture and weight. Popcorn is so lightweight and airy that it can be accidentally inhaled right into the lungs when a child laughs or takes a sudden breath. And those hard, unpopped kernels are like little rocks that are incredibly dangerous. This is another food, like hot dogs, where the American Academy of Pediatrics gives a firm recommendation. Just avoid it completely until age 4. Number 6 is predictable but essential: hard candy and gummy candies. Lollipops, jawbreakers, even gummy bears. They are tough, slippery, and often perfectly sized to block an airway. There's really no nutritional value here, and the risk is just too high. The answer is simple: avoid them until at least age 4. And finally, number 7 is an honorable mention that applies the same principle to everything else: large chunks of meat or cheese. A firm 1-inch cube of cheddar cheese or a tough piece of steak presents the exact same hazard as a piece of raw apple. It's too big, it's hard to break down, and it can easily get lodged. The safe way is to serve meat finely shredded and to serve cheese either shredded or in very thin, small slices. The core principle is always the same. You have to modify the food to account for your child's unique anatomy. But there's one food group where this modification principle gets really confusing: nuts. And if you're feeling torn on this, I see you. It feels like an impossible choice, right? Your allergist says you must introduce peanuts around 6 months to help prevent life-threatening allergies. But every instinct in your body, every story you've ever heard, is screaming that nuts are a major choking hazard. So what are you supposed to do? The good news is the advice isn't actually contradictory. The solution is simple: introduce the protein, but never in a whole or chunky form. This means you can absolutely mix a little bit of finely ground nut powder into their oatmeal or yogurt. Or you can serve smooth peanut butter. But when I say serve it, I mean you need to spread it incredibly thin. We're talking a sheer, almost transparent layer on a cracker or a piece of toast. Think of it like you're trying to color the whole surface, not frost a cake. It should be so thin you can still see the texture of the bread right through it. Because here's the hidden danger that most people don't know about. Never, ever give a baby or toddler a glob or a spoonful of peanut butter by itself. That thick, sticky texture can instantly form a plug in their tiny airway. And because it's so dense and gluey, it can be almost impossible to dislodge. It's a danger that looks nothing like a hard nut, but it is just as serious. I know, that's a lot to take in. All these rules, all these dangers. It can honestly feel overwhelming. And after everything we've talked about, from grapes to peanut butter, you might be feeling a little anxious. But please, hear me on this. The goal here is not to live in fear or to ban every single food from your house. The goal is to simply respect your child's development. Your job is to be their advocate. So until they turn 4, your new mantra is modify, don't panic. It really does come down to a few simple rules. Always remember their airway is the size of a drinking straw. Cut round things like grapes and hot dogs into quarters lengthwise. Cook hard things like carrots and apples until they are fork tender. And for now, just keep whole nuts, popcorn, and hard candy completely off the table. If this video empowered you, and I truly hope it has, please take a moment to hit that like button. It tells me this is the kind of content you need. And please subscribe for more evidence-based guides that could quite literally save a life. We pour our hearts into these videos to keep our kids safe, and your support is what helps us reach more parents just like you. And honestly, guides like this, with this level of detail, are sometimes flagged or even taken down. So please make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way, you won't miss out on anything important. And speaking of important, while we've tackled the mechanics of choking today, there are 8 other common foods that are off limits for babies for entirely different, surprising reasons, from hidden bacteria to risks for their long-term health. To find out what they are, go ahead and click the video that's on your screen right now.